Hello, ghosts and ghouls, my name is Jack and welcome to Horrorshow Art. I'm a digital illustrator, mask and effects artist specialising in all things horror. Today, in celebration of another Instagram milestone, I'd like to share with you a fun project and giveaway. It's a rehauled knockoff Michael Myers mask. Each time I gain another 1,000 followers on Instagram, I like to celebrate with a giveaway. This time I wanted to do something fun that I could share with you all on here. So I headed over to eBay and picked up a cheap knockoff Michael Myers mask to see what I could turn it into. When the mask arrived, the first thing I was struck by, aside from the smell of gasoline, was how thin the mask was. Whoever produced this mask has clearly spared all expense in making it. It was also completely warped and creased from its travels. The hair was the obligatory fun fur that all the knockoffs seem to use. The paint job wasn't the worst I've seen. The flesh tone in the neck is a detail that most knockoffs will miss out, so it's good to see that here. He has the thinnest blood tears possible, and the airbrushing around the mouth has given him a fun little pencil moustache that I quite enjoyed. But the sculpt wasn't bad at all. There were some nice details, definitely some potential, and I was quite excited to get started. The first decision I made was, rather than keeping this a H2 or a blood tears, I thought the sculpt lent itself better to being a H4 poster mask, so I proceeded with that in mind. I used these as my reference images, as well as having my 13 mask on the shelf for inspiration. I started by removing the hair. Well, attempting to remove the hair. I take back what I said about the folks who made this mask doing it on the cheap. They've clearly used the strongest glue known to man. The hair just wouldn't budge. So I used some paint thinners and solvents to try and dissolve the glue, and I started pulling. Unfortunately, we had some accidents along the way. There was honestly no need for how strong this glue was. Despite my best efforts to be careful, it tore the latex in a few spots. So I patched those up as best and as quickly as I could, and then I moved on to painting. As I wanted to work quickly, I differed from my usual technique of base coating in flesh tone and decided to use what was already there. I based out the whole thing in white, ensuring I covered those skinny blood tears and leaving some flesh tone in the neck to peek through, as that would help me later on. I then painted in the exposed flesh tone areas and used my airbrush and a darker flesh colour to accentuate some of the details in the sculpt. Forgive my lack of footage, I struggle to record as I go. Don't expect a decent tutorial from me anytime soon. After a few dirt washes, I dry brushed in the details around the eyes, nose, ears and mouth, as well as adding the small details I see in the reference images. For the hair I used a reddish colour that I had on hand, that I blended in with some black and the odd strand of grey to give depth. I don't normally go this bold with the hair colour, but I wanted to try and copy the more stylistic tone of the Halloween 4 poster. After this I moved on to styling, giving him his signature horns and matted quiff, and the mask was complete. Overall, I'm quite happy with the finished product. I think my instinct to channel the H4 poster was a good one. I think the fundamentals are there. It's a testament to what good paint and hair can do. Under studio lighting, you can see the finer details pop and you really get that sinister shape vibe. Ultimately, you're not getting the quality of an independent mask or even a mass-produced collector's piece, so there's still some warping and a few odd points in the sculpt. But I do think it looks much better than it did before, and it wouldn't look too out of place in my collection. But this mask isn't for me, it's for one of you. That's right, to celebrate reaching 7k on Instagram, I'll be giving this mask away, along with some stickers and goodies from my store. To enter, head over to my Instagram at horrorshow_art, like, follow and share, and I'll randomly select a winner in a week's time. I hold giveaways all the time on there, as well as sharing insights into my many projects, digital illustrations and mask work. So come over and join the fun. Thank you so much for checking out this video. Be sure to head over to my Instagram, I'm also on TikTok and you can follow me there. Do check out my Etsy store for stickers, apparel and cool cosplay accessories. There'll be links to everything in the description. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and until next time, they're coming to get you, Barbara.